Our keynote address will be delivered by a woman who is a career member of the Senior Foreign Service, a class of career minister who was sworn in as U.S. Ambassador, Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Ghana in November 30, 2018. She was formerly the Ambassador to the Republic of Congo between 2013 and 2017. Most recently, she was the Acting Principal Deputy Assistant Secretary for the Bureau of the African Affairs at the U.S. Department of State, after having been Deputy Assistant Secretary for Central Africa Affairs and Security Affairs since January 2017. She is also, or was also, the Chief of Staff to the Deputy Secretary of State of the Management and Resources from 2011 to 2013, and she was previously Managing Director of the Office of the Management Policy, Right Sizing and Innovation. She served multiple tours in the Executive Secretariat Operations Center and the State Department 247 Briefing and Crisis Management Center as Director between 2008 and 2010, Deputy Director between 2003 and 2005, a Senior Watch Officer between 2002 and 2003, and Watch Officer 1988 to 1989 in the White House Situation Room and 1989 to 1919. She also served as a political chief in Accra, Ghana between 1997 and 2001, as a management consulate and political officer in Douala and Yaoundé in Cameroon between 1986 and 1988. Other Washington assignments that she has held also include the desk officer for Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, and in the Bureau of African Affairs, and on and on and on. She was part of the Peace Corps volunteers in the Democratic Republic of Congo between 1980 and 1983, and later worked as the Chief of Operations for the Africa region at the Peace Corps between 1994 and 1996. This remarkable lady graduated from the Brown University with a Bachelor of Arts degree, Classics from the National War College, and a Master of Science in National Security Strategy, and she speaks French, Lingala, and some Spanish as well. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please rise to your feet and welcome our keynote speaker, Her Excellency Stephanie Sullivan, U.S. Ambassador to Ghana.
Thank you to the MC, and I appreciate that round of applause. I'll just add, I started working when I was 10 years old. Stanford Seed Transformation Network President, Linda Ya Ampa. Please, I beg to stand on all previous protocols, but I would also like to add my appreciation for the presence of the Executive Secretary of the American Chamber of Commerce in Ghana, Simon Maji, AmCham, and any other members of the AmCham present. Good morning. Wow, I think you need more coffee. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, better. I'm so happy to be with you here today, celebrating the Stanford Seed Transformation Network and its distinguished group of alumni and prospective participants. As I said yesterday at the inauguration of the Pocoase bulk supply point, I am energized. And I really enjoyed interrogating the people at the booths on the way coming in here and learning more about the wonderful work so many of you are doing to provide inclusive economic development for Ghana. Yeah, let's give them a hand. Entrepreneurship, inclusive economic development, and investing in people are all major United States priorities here in Ghana. Colleagues from across the U.S. mission in Accra work every day to empower Ghanaians like you to transform Ghana's economy, embrace innovation. You heard that I was in charge of an office that was painfully trying to promote innovation at the Department of State, to drive growth and build enduring relationships with Americans and American companies. We're especially pleased to see a world-renowned American university like Stanford so engaged here in Ghana. And a fun fact, My cousin attended Stanford, and she played on the varsity women's tennis team. So I have some extended family relationship with Stanford. The theme of this year's program is Transformation Continuum, quite an appropriate theme for the year 2021. And we used to think we were open to transformation. Little did we know what the pandemic had in store for us. None of us could have anticipated how much our lives would transform over the past 18 months. We figured out how to adapt and innovate in order to keep moving forward with our goals. And I did speak with a few of the folks at the booths out there about how they had adapted to the pandemic. And, it seems to me they didn't just survive, but they thrived or throve. I'm not sure what the conjugation is. Some of us spent months working from home or otherwise physically isolated. And today, we more deeply appreciate how much connection to friends, family, and colleagues, our own personal networks, are a critical part of our lives and business endeavors. Fortunately, for those of you here today, you're able to rely on the Stanford Seed Transformational Network as well. The cumulative years of business experience network members possess speaks to the value of engaging with Stanford University and learning from your experience in the Stanford Seed Transformation Program. This program calls to mind the Adinkra symbol, Sesa Wosu Bain. Sesa Wosu Bain. I hope I said it, a little bit. Sesa Wosu Bain. Sesa Wosu Bain signifies life transformation. This symbol actually combines two separate Adinkra symbols. The morning star, which can mean a new start to the new day, placed inside a wheel representing rotation or independent movement. Indeed, innovation can mean combining pre-existing ideas and technologies in novel ways. As we plan our own personal and business transformations, it's also important to look at the big picture, the business environment in Ghana and globally. That is why I'd like to mention President Biden's recent announcement of the Build Back Better World program or initiative, a partnership among the G7 countries with the goal of meeting the tremendous infrastructure needs of the low and middle income countries. We all know the importance of infrastructure to support inclusive economic development and, more broadly, human development. And we know that robust infrastructure can transform an able local provider into a global supplier. Build Back Better World, or B3W, because everything needs an acronym, will be a values-driven, high-standard, and transparent infrastructure initiative led by major democracies to help address more than $40 trillion in infrastructure needs globally, a gap further exacerbated by the COVID-19 pandemic. B3W also mobilizes private sector capital, and I saw some banks here today, in 4 focus areas: climate, health and health security, digital technology, I know that is near and dear to the hearts of many of you, and gender equity and equality. Private sector leadership in these 4 areas is the key to success, both globally and in Ghana. A network is only as good as the connections that hold it together. That's why I urge you to leverage the power of the Stanford Seed Transformation Network and direct your energies toward developing Ghana's economy, considering these 4 focus areas. For both your own participation in the Stanford Seed Transformation Network and as business leaders driving Ghana's future, I encourage you to hold the Sesuwo Suban in mind, to start every day greeting the morning sun with enthusiasm, and to keep the wheels turning, no matter what the challenge is. Thank you for your kind attention.